There seems to be, from the beginning, in the tangible quadrant, some things that are at risk where they could go either way. Where the opportunity for all of it moving into what you described so positively is at the sort of the crossroad place. And then if they don't align themselves, then they may not get to the positive place. Is that true?
It would be accurate that if the changes aren't made, it's like the flow stops. You know, it would be held in place. So what I am understanding from the spirits is it's like change is being called for.
Not that it's necessarily preordained.
Right. And that you all, the individuals involved, are the creators. You know, you are the creators. And when there's death, this is like a death that's being resisted. If we resist the passage through the doorway of death, we're staying in the same old, and that may cause a crumbling. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But is it what you're choosing? You know, and each individual might have a choice in that. Like if there are those who do not want to move through the change, it may be appropriate that they're not involved.
Because the mission is clearly being welcomed by the spirits that are looking forward to the mission, but the people who are perhaps trying to make it happen may not necessarily be the right people who will get us on the path of the mission.
Yeah, I would feel that's accurate, that there are changes. Both of these pieces would indicate changes in the people. Some people involved who might lead new people to be involved. That would indicate change in the people, in the organization, and who you are in relationship with. So it's even identifying who we are reaching might change, or who your collaborators are. That would be accurate. And the diversifying is here in the womb chakra. So in order for there to be abundance, something has to be not the same as it's been. And then that's sitting really closely to a piece that would represent people involved. Yeah. And the goal here is, this is the ocean. And the ocean speaks about, like, what are the environments you're swimming around in? Toxic, healthy, what are they? This is a really healthy environment. So that can be created. The mission of your group may be about that on the very physical. You're here, there's something here about healthy water on the physical. And there's also the water of your group and the relationships. How is that environment? And it can be healthy. And that may be important to be keeping in the seeking. What creates energetically and physically clarity, among you and where you're heading. Like crystal clear water. And it nourishes you to be in it. The people who are involved, you want to be nourished to be in it. It's a really important question. Like, you might be in love with the mission, but how's it going being in it? And that's important to assess. Really important to assess.
And what is the little nation that jumped out of the circle?
This one? This is the parrot. And the parrot is down here in like what's birthing. And the parrot in this position is talking about true knowing. Like the flip of that would be blind beliefs, like just believing in things we've adopted from the culture, or the world around us or someone imposed on us and they're not accurate, we've never investigated them. So what's being birthed out of all of this is true knowing. It's also here in the roots. This is like the roots of the tree of life, this bottom part. So this is in the present. You are in this process now, birthing this true knowing of who each of you are, why you're involved in this organization, where the organization wants to go, what it is you're really about. That is happening now. That is a strong foundation to be in. That is a really strong foundation to root yourself in. True knowing. So it's like the calling here is to just be honest about anything that feels like a lie, untrue, just trying to kind of manage, not dare speak it, or just, this is for real. It's just like get it on the table. That's this kind of safe space conversation. Very here and now, what's real here and now, and have space to dialogue. These are the prairie dogs, this little nation. That some are chattering from what they see above ground, some are under in the little burrows, but they're collective, they're talking, so they're all informing each other. It's that kind of conversation. Nobody's better, nobody's less. They're all feeding the well-being of their community. It's that kind of conversation. This is Bear Nation, a lot of gratitude. A lot of gratitude just being brought to the process. Really honoring what's been created. Sitting bears here in this, this is like the summer, what's come into fruition, what's blossomed. Really honor that. There's no failure here. Because something's ready to change doesn't mean it's been a failure or it's bad. Not in the ways of the earth, and not what the spirits are saying here about the kind of change that feels in the natural cycle of things for you.